So I understand you were nominated for this.
Right.
And who were you nominated by?
By Commissioner Devin Allen. She's the newest commissioner on the Commissioner's Court. And she called and asked me if I would be interested. And I said if she's interested in nominating me, I'd be more than willing to listen.
All right, very good. And so just for people that might be watching the video that this is the first time hearing of you, I just thought it might be good if they get a little background on you, where you come from, who you are, just whatever you want to share about who Mr. Glaspie is.
Okay, I'm a native Texan. I was born and brought up in East Texas. My wife and I moved here in 1982 to the Arlington area actually from Waco. We started in Austin, in Waco, and then we moved here to Arlington. I was, at the time I worked in corporate America, got involved with the school district and ended up being encouraged to run for the school board. So in 1991, I was elected to the school board, first African American elected to the school board in Arlington. Served there for a number of years, and then was asked by some people I had a great deal of respect for to run for city council. And I ran for city council and ended up in a runoff and ended up losing it in 2008. And not long thereafter, was asked if I would be interested in being a part of the appraisal district board, and I told them yes. I love serving my community. It's a great opportunity to give back for how my family has been blessed while we've been living here, and so I served on the appraisal board for a couple of years, and then in 2012 I ran again for city council and was elected to city council. So the following year I'd stepped down. Didn't make a whole lot of sense trying to do the two positions. And I was on the council for 7 years, and in May I stepped down from the city council. And with that was when Commissioner Allen, I guess because she's had observed my involvement in the community over the years, thought that I would be someone to submit as a possible candidate for this position.
How about that? And that's present day, so that's when she nominated you.
Right.
So I want to make sure I understand. You resigned from your position as a city council member whenever you were elected on the appraisal district board? Was that
what happened? What happened was I was elected to the city council, and I went for a year on the appraisal district board, but it just didn't. To me, it was an opportunity for somebody else to have a chance to serve in the community, and plus on top of that, it's challenging being on the council. So I felt I should devote as much time as I could to the council and give somebody else an opportunity to go on the appraisal district board.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Terrific. And so you've kind of answered this question already, but I just want to maybe ask it again, reiterate a little bit. So why have you decided that to, I guess, accept the nomination and decide that you're willing to run this time?
Well, I guess it really boils down a couple of things. First of all, I enjoy serving our community, and it's nice to be in a position where when people have questions about governmental operations that they're unfamiliar with, it's great to be able to help them. So I think it will put me in a position where I can help a number of people. And also with the experience I have on the appraisal district, coupled with the other experiences such as being on the council and on the school board, it gives me a sort of a broad base of experience in which to bring into this position.
Terrific. Excellent. So most people don't know this. I mean, you're obviously well aware, but most people don't know that the citizens actually don't get to vote in this election. It's going to be the members of, it's going to be the cities and the school boards, taxing entities. Right. And so if you just had to speak directly to those members of those taxing entities on why you are the best candidate, what would you say to them?
Well, I think what it really boils down to in particular is that I have the experience from each one of those entities. I understand the school district and what the school district is going through, the issues that are concerned to them, and conversely the same thing for the cities. So I think I'm in a position where I can really do a good job of objectively analyzing the issues that we're dealing with on the appraisal district, and coming forth with a vote or whatever the case might be on how I think would best help everyone.
Terrific. Well, that's very important. So I want to make sure I understand. Do you currently serve on the city council or school board right now?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I in May, my term was up. We had a term limit proposition that was passed in November of 2018, which indicated that you could only serve 6 years, and I was in my 7th year. so I had to step down from the city council.
Gotcha. Very good. One thing that I want to do is just help inform the public on this whole election process and help them at least be informed of what's going on and play some kind of role.
Okay.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this information with just residents here.
Okay.
And encourage them, if they like what they hear, to tell their city council members and tell their school board members to voice their support and hopefully urge those elected officials to vote for you.
Right.
And so if you had to speak to the residents here about why they should support you, what would you say to them?
Well, probably the one thing that you can't lose sight of is our own property, myself. So I'm very concerned about the whole appraisal process and the taxes that we have to pay. So the issues that they will be dealing with are something that are personal to me as well. The other thing is, with the experience I have from being on the council and being on the school board, it puts me in a position where I can assess kind of what should be important to them on either side of that.
Gotcha. Is there anything that you're taking interest in that you think would help you stand out from the other candidates that you could possibly fix?
Well, I'm not sure that there's any sort of implicit in your question. Is there something broken? And I don't believe anything is broken with the system per se. I think the thing is, one thing that got my attention when I first moved in was this movement towards aligning as much as possible appraisals with market value, and I think it puts in a lot better position to be as objective as possible in assessment of what the value of homes happen to be, because realistically, our homes are our biggest investment, and so you want to assure that what you've been taxed by, what value you've been assessed, is reflective of what the real value of your home is. Mm-hmm. And I guess another thing too is, as I was coming off the board, we're in the process of implementing a new information technology system, and so just want to make sure that we are exploiting technology as good as we can, mm-hmm. to make sure that we're efficient and effective in our operations.
Gotcha. Very good. Is there anything else that's important to you, or any way you stand out above the other candidates that you feel like you should mention here before we wrap things up?
I think we've pretty much talked about it already. I've been very fortunate to be able to serve this community in the capacities not only in school board, city council, but I've been on hospital boards. I've been on the chamber boards. I've been pretty involved in the community, so I have a sense of kind of where we are as a community and where we're trying to go, and hopefully we'll be able to bring that experience to the appraisal district board, so that we can continue to make sure that we're making the right decision about the value of people's homes.
Terrific. Well,
should I say property? Because that's
right,
commercial.
Right,
yeah.
Not everybody.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
People own land.
Yeah.
Well, regardless of how the election turns out, I first and foremost, it's not a paid position,
right.
And so I just want to thank you for your willingness to serve and serve the community, because I feel like that's the missing component that we have that causes problems.
Right.
It's just people let problems exist without the willingness to stand up and do something about it. So appreciate your willingness to serve, and I wish you the best of luck in the election.
All right, thank you.
Sir.
All right, thank you.